Hi, this is Sec Readings by Honor, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do a prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. We got Domino. Of course, I'm working alone today. The wife is at the hospital working away. If you'd like to know when our show times and all that wonderful stuff, it's listed on our website at secreadingsbyhonor.com. Let's get started with the show as we're waiting for more people to come in. Right, Domino? Hello, Domino. Okay, let's get started. Now, title of today's show is The Future of Humanity. Now, I thought this is from AI. I have an AI assistant and all that wonderful stuff. And it always gives me these wonderful suggestions for show ideas. Of course, you can do this as well. I don't have to rely upon AI all the time. But if you have show topics for the show, make sure you put them in the comments later or on any of our videos. Just make sure that you put it on there and we'll get right into that. Or on the Discord as well. We have a place there where you can questions for Andre right on our Discord channel. Also listed in the description down below. Okay, let's get started. And I thought I'd do a flame reading. It's kind of fun last time. So let's get into that flame reading for the future of humanity. Okay, we got the fire. Woohoo! We got the paper. Now we just have to put that energy into the piece of paper about the question that we're asking. You can play along too. It's a lot of fun. Just brush up on your psychometry. Symbology. Psychometry is something else. But that's important as well. So let's put that energy into the piece of paper about the question for today's show. Cats are everywhere. Okay, let's get rolling here before you fall asleep. And you just take your piece of paper, scorch the paper, keep the paper moving. That's key. Are you going to have really hot news? Okay. And Spirit will tell you when to stop. And I think that's it. What do we got? Okay. Well, you can't see it. I can see it. All right. Let's have a look. Let's use our psychic intuitive abilities, which everybody has. Okay. Everybody is psychic. You're only as psychic as you allow yourself to be. Okay. So looking at the piece, the smudge marks on the piece of paper, kind of like teacup reading, or if you do coffee reading, those are fun. Keeps you up all night too. So kind of the same vein on how to read a flame reading is you're going by the pictures and the shapes and the colors that you see in the smudge. Okay, so let's have a look here. This is the future of humanity. And the first thing I'm getting is this worm with a horn on his head, which is very, very interesting. Worm below. Worms are always digging in the dirt, of course, making the soil good for crops, doing all that sort of thing. So I'm not saying humanity is a bunch of worms, though some maybe. I think it's making the earth. I think it's more of a representation of everybody that was thought of as lower class is going to be taking over and making everything right. And they're going to have that horn coming out of their head. So kind of in that situation where don't mess with us. Okay. We may be the lonely little worms, but we're still pretty mighty. And that's kind of what I'm getting from that little picture up top here. And I think as the Bible phrase would say, "The meek will inherit the earth," and that is part of our future of humanity. Gone are the days, or they will be gone in a big way, where we're going to rely on ultra rich or ultra powerful people to make all the decisions in our world, and we're going to start to take matters in our own hands, and that's a good thing. Less government is always better, right? So we got a little bit of a scooter here, so it's going to be something that's going to be happening very, very quick. I do think it's going to be in the next 3 to 5 years that we're going to see these huge sweeping changes around the planet of self-government or self-governance, and basically telling the big boys that take a hike. Okay, that's going to be part of what is going on right now, especially if you're paying attention to other places around the planet. If you're like from the UK and all that. And that's going to be a big thing in the UK. We got to be careful what we say here on YouTube. Of course, there's this kind of like a bicep. So a lot of symbology of strength and overcoming many of the things that we have in front of us, and getting rid of a lot of the nonsense that's out there. And that's starting to happen right now as we get away from many of the things that are presented to us on a regular basis. And this is why a lot of the media out there, like TV shows and all that, movies, have gone by the wayside because of this thing that starts with a W. Okay, and that's going to be starting to go away, and we're going to start to get things rolling, and that's going to be 4 or 5 years from today, getting back on track and having values and having family back into the perspective of humanity, and thinking of everybody around the world as family. Okay, no matter what the politicians say, people all around the world are family. I talk to enough people around the planet. I love them. Okay, it's just the governments I can't stand. Okay, and that's a very unique position that I'm in. Okay, where I get to talk to people from all around the world, and they're all great. And I see a soccer player right here. Very interesting. First thing that caught my mind, he's in mid-kick. So we're going to be scoring a lot of goals coming up very, very soon, turning things around and basically going hard to the right, which is something that has been going around in many countries around the world, and getting rid of nonsense. And with that soccer player, and there's kind of a trophy here. So we're going to be winning a lot, and we have to focus on what is important instead of all this focus on the nonsense that's out there. And this is how we're going to be propelled forward, and having a better monetary system, which is in the works. Okay. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. It was that T-shirt I saw the other day. If you improve the monetary system, you improve society. How true. And I think that's where we're headed for the next little while. Okay, let's do the next quarter. What do we see? You can help me out. I haven't been looking. Yeah, Marlon was. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Awesome stuff. There's a bird, so information is going to be coming our way in a big way. A lot of fish on the top section here, and the coral reef, so it's like swimming together. Some type, mostly harmony. Well, we're still human, so we'll have our little spats and stuff, but mostly swimming in the right direction and getting into better harmony with ourselves and with the environment. Not environment silliness that the government's trying to pull on us, but actual fixing everything. in time, okay, with good thoughts and good planning, okay? And we're going to get back to building our population in a big way and actually going out to the stars in the next 20 to 30 years. We're going to start to get out into the stars, to the stars. There's a lot of real estate out there. It doesn't have to be Earth, okay? So once we start to sort all these wonderful things out with the Great Awakening and all that sort of thing, we're start to go to other places outside of our solar system. I think it's going to be just the solar system for the first little bit, and then go beyond that. But that's going to be taking centuries and centuries before we get to that situation. And there's going to be a lot of help from other entities, if you know what I mean. Okay? But that won't be for a while, and they won't be helping us until we can straighten out our own backyard. Okay? Let's get into the next thing. Somebody in the YouTube comment section was talking about or asking about Tezos. They wanted an update on Tezos. Been a long time since we talked about Tezos. No news about it for a long time. And the rest of the question was, is it going to be a dead cryptocurrency, kind of like Cardano? And we talked about Cardano, I think last show, that it may have 2 more cycles until it's gone. Yay, party balloons. So many cryptocurrencies are going to be in this boat. They say they're all this and all that. They're the better technology, but nobody's using them, right? Like ICP, nobody's using it really. I know it has super duper technology supreme, but nobody's really using it. Okay. It doesn't have to be the best technology to be the top cryptocurrency. It just has to be the one that everybody uses, right? There's better technology for driving, but nobody uses it, right? That's why we still have gasoline vehicles, right? There's hydrogen fuel cells, which I know are out there, and they work perfectly. Our bus system here in Winnipeg was running on them. They're testing them here in this city of the hydrogen power cell, and we're going to be using that in a big way. Easy to build and acquire the components because it's just carbon and other regular components, but it doesn't cost the big money. So they don't make all the big money. Okay? That's probably why they haven't done that. So, Tezos, how is it going to be for the next little while? I think it's going to be fighting to keep its position. Its health is really wavering for the next little while. Price is not going to really be there. So if you're hanging on to Tezos for any length of time, I think it may be another one of those dead coins that you may want to transfer into something else before nobody wants it. Okay? People are okay with Tezos, but I think it's time to get into something much, much better like Bitcoin, Ethereum, that sort of thing. That should be your first go-to. Okay? That should be the largest part of your portfolio is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and everything else for your cryptos. You can put a little bit in each. Okay, let's get into the next one. This was another one. Seascape Crowns. Never heard of it. Maybe it's another one that's nobody uses. Looks exciting. Looks shiny and new. And nobody's using it. It's hard to make money, right? Interesting cards that came out. We have this one, which is everybody's. This is the health area. Okay, I know nothing about this particular cryptocurrency, but it seems that the health, everybody's walking away from it for whatever reason. Um, they put into it and now they're walking away because they're all sad and they didn't make the big money and they probably lost money on the deal moving forward. It may be shiny new. It's doing okay at the moment, but in a little bit, I think it's going to be coming down. We got the magician for the price. They're going to be trying to conjure up all kinds of nonsense. That's what the magician card is all about. Making things look better than they actually are, like Solana. So that's going on. I know people are going to, but the price, look at the price. It's more of an illusion at this moment in time. Okay. Or it's a very quick pump and dump. And we got the emperor for the people. So we're going to be finding some legislation and all kinds of other nonsense coming upon this particular cryptocurrency in the next little while, probably in the next year. I'll say it and I'll say it again. Just buy Bitcoin. Okay. If you're thinking of some unknown crypto, stop. Do you have Bitcoin yet? You should be focusing on that first. Okay, let's get into the next one. And then we'll get into the chat. CED, I looked it up. I didn't know what it was. It is a cryptocurrency with no money. Okay. They have no, what do you call it? Fund. There's no money in it. I looked at, the little gecko symbol. We hit it, and there's like total funds running through the system. Maybe it's brand new and nobody knows about it, or it's pre-released sort of thing. Could be. But it's just really weird that it has nothing in their market cap. So, okay. What card pops out? Oh, we got a celebration card. Okay. Lots of fanfare. Everybody's hopes are high about the CED, whatever that is. But the price is not going to be doing anything for the long term. And the people are waiting and they're wondering where the money is. Because they said, you get into this, you're going to be rich. That's what this is representing. And then we got the Knight of Wands. Everybody's expecting all kinds of things. It's upside down, by the way. But it doesn't go nowhere, really. It might do a short little meep kind of thing. And everybody's just waiting and wondering when they're all geared up to go. They're holding their money, but it's not going nowhere. So just again, buy some Bitcoin. If you're going to monkey around with smaller cryptocurrencies, make sure you have some Bitcoin to begin with. Okay? Let's get into the chat. Ta-da. Hi all. Hi. Marlon asks, will we see some pumps on ETC? I haven't heard anything from them in a long time. So Ethereum Classic within the next 7 days. Cards, please. They kind of went into obscurity. I know one of my buddies, he was into big time into that one. He was actually doing some of the programming for Ethereum Classic. Then he went away from it into other projects. I know a lot of programmers. There's going to be some newsworthy things that are going to be coming out of the Ethereum Classic for the next little while. I think it's going to be pumping the price for the next little while. People are not going to be really ready for it, and so you can be actually capitalizing on that for the next little while. Whatever the news is, we got that Three of Pentacles for the health. So this is the card represents you've made something and you're showing the people, look at me, I've done something nifty. See? And that's basically the Three of Pentacles, if you want to know what it is. So you're getting everybody up and excited about the thing that you had just done. And that's basically what this card represents. And then you got the price. I think the people are going to go, okay, well, that's pretty nice handiwork that you did there. Whatever it is. I haven't been paying attention to the Ethereum Classic news. And people are going to be, okay, we'll buy some. And it's going to be pumping a little bit for the next little while. We got the Three of Wands. Normally, it's looking out to greener pastures. Amazing future. That's what it normally stands for, but it's upside down. So it could be a very, very short-term thing. Okay, so it's going to go, ooh, excitement. Look what they've done. And it's going to end and go, fall into obscurity again. So if you're quick with those trades, attempt it. Okay, not advice. But if you don't know how to do that, don't bother. You'll lose your shirt. But Marlon, I know he can probably pull that off. Okay, let's get into the next thing. And thank you, Marlon, for that question. Batman, hi, Andre. Doge finally went up with BTC. And like other cryptos, will it keep going with BTC to a degree? Yeah, most cryptocurrencies will ride the tide for a short period of time. But I do believe a lot of what's raising the price of Dogecoin is Elon Musk was tweeting the other day or today that it's going to be the only payment system on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And I think that's gotten a lot of attention and a lot of excitement out there. Oh boy. And then he's going to have to go through all the legal stuff to make that happen, which is may take a while. So timing on this new X thing, 4 or 5 years. So he's going to have to keep you up and excited for that period of time as he goes through all the legal stuff of putting Doge as the payment system on X. Even though he's the richest man on the planet, he still has to pay attention to laws and stuff. Okay? Mostly. Yeah, there's a whole lot of opportunities here. I think there's going to be nice little bumps and pumps and all that wonderful stuff. It's going to ride a little bit with the Bitcoin bull run, as is most other cryptocurrencies. And then it's going to break away and kind of meander around for the next little while. Okay? So pump for the next 2 to 3 months with the Bitcoin price, and then after that, it's just going to meander around because of uncertainty. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Okay. Tax office in Australia is owned by an offshore corporate entity and not part of the Constitution. for we the people. When will this break down for income taxes and move only to GST? The people in power are going to be fighting this for a long period of time. And the people that want this particular thing changed in Australia, it's going to take another 2 to 3 years. And it's going to take a lot of fighting. But we are getting to the light at the end of the tunnel. I know 3 to 4 years seems like a long time, but in reality, it can be. The older you get, the faster things go. So it's going to be really, really quick. Okay. And at the end of it all, there's going to be some element that's going to be hung up on some idea. Okay. Whatever that may be. That could be the fight that the politicians use. In the fine print. Okay. That they're going to be fighting that. Well, it says here on line 15 of blah, blah, blah. And then you have to fight endlessly. Well, it seems endlessly for the next little while until it's permanent. So nothing quick. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. We got Batman again. Hi, Dick Elgar and company did a video stating BCH up and away soon, but later in 2024, down she goes to less than today's 250 pounds. 3 cards on it, please. Bitcoin Cash, good coin, the cryptocurrency programming of it is awesome. Right? Yes. But nobody's using it. It has all this space to run free, but nobody's using it. So I think everybody's going to be getting excited. They're going to be getting into the Bitcoin. And then again, as I've explained previously, everybody's going to try to go through the door at the same time for the Bitcoin BTC, right? So no, not everybody's going to get through that door at the same time. And you're going to be the same scenario as 2017. And you'd have to wait 3 hours for your transaction to go through, right? Or increase the amount of money to send your thing through, right? $80, $60 to make it go through quicker. So everybody's going to go to the BCH. Oh, this is like Bitcoin, kind of. And so everybody's going to be piled into there as well, just from confusion and people don't want to wait. Okay, and that's what's going to be happening in that period of time. The drop, I do see it happening. Why am I having difficulty with cards today? Anyways. Throw some cards down for this. Yeah. Health of it is kind of shaky. It's there. It does have a lot of potential, built up potential for the next little while. Of course, nobody's using it. There's going to be a lot of little victories with the price, as Dick Elgar was saying. Great show, by the way. They changed their show name. So, and there's going to be a little bit of a drop off, like he said as well. Okay, last card here. So he is correct. I like his show. It's been a long time since I've watched. Okay. We got H2N, a card reading. We can do that. The thing that you were working on previously is going to go kind of by the wayside. you thought it was the cat's meow or whatever. You got a little cat in your picture, which is cute. Um, it may take a backseat to something else that you had not previously thought of being the great thing. Okay. So this thing that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into, it's still good. It's just not what somebody wanted. Okay. So it's the other thing that you kind of threw together. That's the one that clicks. Okay. So it could be a work related thing or a business or something like that in the near future. Um, and then when that is released to whoever you're working with, then it's going to open a whole lot of other doors for you in that respect. Okay. So keep working at it, whatever the project is, and it's going to be the next thing that you work on. That's the hit. It's kind of like when I used to write lyrics and music and stuff. The thing I put all my time and effort into, nobody likes. The thing I whip up in 10 minutes, that's the hit. Sometimes life is like that. So keep plugging away and show all your work. And that's one of those is going to hit really big. It's probably the thing that you whipped up in no time. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. Batman, how will XRP get to 10 pounds before its big value drop? Cliff Eye, several psychics. I keep seeing $5, 5, 6. Some people are saying $12 American. I'm not sure what that is in pounds. But yeah, everybody is correct with this. I think it's 80 cents today, Canadian. I looked at it earlier. It is going to have this big thing, but it's for some reason they themselves are going to be pulling everything back because they don't want it to go off on its own. So, yep, Cliff and the other psychics are correct on that. Okay, thank you for that. Reading on Jup Coin, please. Jup. It's I got that. Sometimes Spirit will give you music in your head, and I just got the what's this song? It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. I forget the band that does that, but that's the music that came to me when I was thinking of. And then I looked at this card. It's the World card, but it's reversed. Okay, so probably Marlon's into it because he could do some nice little trades on it. It's probably okay for that, but for any length of time, making the millions of Satoshis, no. Okay, it's the end of the world as we know it. And many of the other cards that are upside down as well are kind of representing that as well. So it's short term. If you're doing little trades with it, you can do that. Yeah, 10 times, and then get out. Okay? So it's a nice little jumper coin. Okay. Thank you for that. H2N asks, near coin. But I want far coin. Near. Far. Remember Sesame Street? If you're old enough to remember that on Sesame, say it in the comments below. You know, the puppet would near. Far. Some of you are going, what the hell is he talking about? Sesame Street? Ooh. Not a bunch, not good cards to have with your near coin. Oh boy, the devil. Tied to things that do not work for you, and you're tied to thinking that will kind of get you into a mess. That's what this card represents. That is the health of this particular coin. And of course, we got tiptoeing through danger. That's the price. The financial part of this reading. So instead of getting near, get far away from this crypto. And then we got the Fool. Fool is a good card right side up. It means you're breaking new ground. You're looking for new opportunities. Lots of great things are going to be happening because you're trudging into unknown. Okay, it's kind of what he's doing. He's going tra la 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 la, and he's going to go off a cliff. Because he's not watching. So it's upside down. So it's the opposite of that. So instead of getting near, go far. Hopefully that answers your question. Marlon is excited today. Also reading on Autumn. 8 home for staking long term. No, not long term. Short term. Let's throw some cards down for that one. But that was the first thing that came to mind. For 4 or 5 years, it's going to be okay. You can set up a machine and actually do some staking with it and do all the things. Is it a long-term thing? No, but it's going to be okay for the next year or two. Okay? So I know you got a bunch of old computers in the back. And just fire one up and do all the things. Setting up staking is a pain in the ass. We had a friend do it for us once. It's not fun, and you got to really know what you're doing. So, yeah, for the short term, 2-3 years, and then take your winnings and get out of there. Okay? Thank you for that. Oh, it's just doubled everything. That's Melon, the service that I use. Oh, it's tripled everything. Ooh, thank you, Nick, for the $4.99. Price for Zen, Shiba Doge, and BNB Tiger for 2024. Don't know exact prices, okay? But we'll do a little bit. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3 readings in one. Okay. First one, Zen. Do you have Zen? A Zen garden, maybe. Health-wise, I think it's going to do okay for 2024, but I think it's going to be taking a backseat to many of the other cryptocurrencies for the next little while. It's going to be one of the cryptocurrencies that kind of gets looked over, okay, because everybody's excited about the big one. And then after about 2025, 2026, then everybody's going to kind of drift back into it for something else to get into for 2024. Okay? Shiba Doge. Again, be careful of these ones that are stealing credibility from actual cryptocurrencies. Okay? Just because it has Shiba in the name does not mean that it's good. Just means that there's a bunch of people that makes a coin, and they're trying to get some money from the success of the mother coin, the father coin, or whatever. Okay, that's probably why I got these cards. Health. Oh boy, not good. Price. 5 of Pentacles. It's the homeless, poor, and destitute, hanging outside the big church. So that's the price card. You can look at that as much as you can and figure it out. People behind the scenes are going to be celebrating. Woo! We made a lot of money. And then they're going to go, goodbye. So some type of rug pull is going to be happening soon. Okay, and then the BNB Tiger. My goodness. When you look at all these new cryptocurrencies that are coming out and their weird names and all that sort of thing, and they have no use case, it's probably a good idea just to stay away from them and just buy Bitcoin already. Are you going to have a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies in your portfolio that are nobody's using, right? And the price is sucked out of it. And then you're sitting there on a bunch of cryptocurrencies that aren't doing anything. Been there, done that. This one is going to do a little bit better. Health isn't the greatest. Price is going to be okay for the next little while for 2024. It's probably going to have some big jumps and all that sort of thing in price. So just be ready to pull the trigger and get out of there as quick as possible if you are capable of that. I don't know your trading expertise, but it's a short-term trading coin. Okay, you get in, you get out, make your money, and buy something else. Okay, so hopefully that answers those three. Okay. NS asked, Andre, will we have another opportunity to buy a little bit of BTC? There's always opportunity. You can buy BTC anytime, but you're probably thinking of the lower price opportunity. Nothing major. There's probably going to be something in April because of the U.S. tax season. And usually when I was watching a big Bitcoin analyst on YouTube, and he's right. He's nailed things perfectly every time because that's his business. That probably the next something burger instead of all these nothing burgers will probably be the tax season in the U.S. And I think that's in April. Here in Canada is pretty close. I think we're like 2 or 3 weeks away from that ourselves. But in the U.S., I think it's April. Me and Marlon were looking that up the other day. So I think that is when the next little drop is going to happen. Okay, it's not going to be a big one. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. Happy coin. He loves those coins. 2024. Is it still there? People still buying it? People are still using this one? I thought there was like Peppy Coin 322. All right. I think it's going to do okay. I think it's going to have a little bit of a comeback for the next little while. Don't put a lot into it. And if you can pull the trigger nice and quick, you can make some good profit. It's something that I wouldn't touch. Okay. I just buy the big things and sit on it. But that, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a pump in the next little while, like the last time, and then it's going to all over the place. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. No Doge to $1 in 2024. So what, 70 cents Canadian now? Probably by April, May, it's going to get to that dollar something Canadian, whatever that is in pounds. And then it's going to be just dawdling along. Everybody's going to be racing for the BTC in the next little while. Okay? 3 frogs. Interesting. Yeah, here we go. It keeps doubling and tripling my questions on the side here. So, reading on Babylon Coin, not released yet. BTC Layer 1 DeFi idea where people stake and get higher APY. Interesting. This is the other thing that you're going to be seeing in the next little while. And this is why a lot of people are going to be getting into Bitcoin and being excited about BTC, is because they're going to be putting out a lot of layer 2 stuff on top of the Bitcoin blockchain. So this would be the time when everybody's excited about it, right? I think it's going to be okay, the programming and all that sort of thing, but for some reason it's not going to catch on for a while. I think there's going to be a little bit of pushback from the purists in the crowd, so it may be a long time until everybody's excited about the second layer stuff. Okay, so they're going to be putting out a lot of second layer stuff, and people are like, yeah, just give me the Bitcoin. Okay, but they're going to try to use this excitement of the Bitcoin bull run to release all these brand new second layer stuff. Okay, so yeah, I would wait. Floki Inu, 1 cent. Not for a while. Okay. I'm thinking many of these Floki Inu and all that sort of thing won't be 1 penny or anything like that. Even Shiba Inu, the bigger of the bunch, is probably going to take a long time to get to that 1 penny evaluation. Probably another 5-6 years until it does do that. Okay? Sorry. I own Shiba Inu, but it's a long time off. Okay? SNX coin synthetic long term. Oh, and S says April 14 is taxes. They're the end of the tax season in the USA. So somewhere in there, okay, you're going to see a little bit of a drop. And then she says 35K BTC would be nice. Not going to happen. It's good thinking, but not going to happen. Because as soon as, and we're getting off topic, the people sell their coins to pay off the taxes and all that wonderful stuff, paying Uncle Sam, BlackRock, and the 7. I gotta go, ooh, free money. So you're gonna be ready for the buy. You ready with the buy button, and it's gone. That's what's going to be happening for the next while. Okay? It's the reality of things right now. As soon as coins go for a cheap price, BlackRock's there. It's going to suck that right up. And we're noticing that on the chart. Oh, it's going down. Goes back up. That's your friends at BlackRock and all that. Sucking that up quicker than it goes out. Synthetic long term, not something that you should get into. Okay, according to the cards, there's going to be a whole lot of messy stuff, and a lot of people are going to be worried and mad and all this sort of thing at this synthetic cryptocurrency moving forward. It's not going to do very, very well. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Any time left? Cody, reading 2, please. Worth a trade? Short term, yes. Long term, no. If you know what you're doing, it's okay. You can trade that. But if you're like me and most people here, which I don't think are traders, but if you're a trader, yeah, it's going to be good for you for nice little trades. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. What else we got here? Hi, Andre. Will altcoins start to drop after or before the halving? Before. That happens every time. Oh, BTC's going up. Sell altcoins, throw it into the Bitcoin every time. I'm thinking that's pretty much how it's going to play out this time around as well. AMC Entertainment Holding stock look for April. Ooh, we're getting into stocks. A lot of movie places are going to be feeling the pinch in the next little while because you go to the theater. Me and the wife went to Aquaman. This is not bad. There's nobody in the theater. It's like, okay, lots of leg space, I guess. Well, with that said, where it's one of those where you get the pick your seats. We're nice and relaxing, nobody around. And as soon as the show started, everybody came around us because we had the good seats, right? But if you look at the rest of the theater, nobody. And this is going to get into many of the AMC, and all of them are going to be losing their shirts in the next little while. So, with that said, I'm thinking a lot of things are in the entertainment area of things are going to be hurting really bad. So, wait till it drops big time. There is going to be a return to the theater and all that sort of thing, but it's not going to be for a while. Wait for the stocks to hit ground and then grab a little bit. Don't buy it while it's up here. Okay? Wait till it goes and it's going to, and then buy it on pennies on the dollar. That's how you make that big money. That's how Warren Buffett does it. When everything is saying, right? When everybody's afraid, be greedy. When everybody's greedy, be afraid. And that's what you're going to be in there in April. I don't think is going to be the opportune moment for that. Wait till it hits the ground in or around summertime. Okay. What else we got here? Prime coin Echelon Prime. Sounds like a transformer. Echelon Prime. Engage. Any Star Trek fans? Engage number 1. I'm just goofy today. If you thought this was going to be a serious show, no. Serious kind of, but we have our fun. I'm thinking that it's going to do okay overall, but it's not going to be, woo! I got Echelon coin. It's going to be, it's okay. If you're sitting on it, keep sitting on it. The price is going to be going up. Make sure you pull that trigger at a good time when it's 10 times itself and get out. And you're going to be all right. Okay. Looks rare coin. Where do they come up with these names? Oh boy. Health is not the greatest, and all that price and all that wonderful stuff is not going to be there. A lot of people are going to be sitting on it and thinking that it's going to be doing something, but it's not. So you do what you want to do, but it'd be one of the things that I don't not going to be getting into anytime soon. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay. Hey, we're at the half hour. Thank you everyone for attending. Being a little goofy today. I gotta do all the things myself here. Hang on a second. Gotta do that and do this. Yeah, perfect. If you like personal reading with me, make sure to go to secondreadsbyandre.com on the website, our website. If you like personal healing, make sure you go to the website as well, where all that information is there as well. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, make sure you get a Trezor cold storage wallet listed on our website. If you should happen to purchase one from there, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. With that said, make sure you like, subscribe, share this everywhere so we can build up our numbers and we can have the Second Readings by Andre Army. Woohoo! Build up our numbers. My goal till Christmas time is to have about 10,000 subscribers. So that's my goal right now. We're at 6,900 and something the last time I looked. So get the word out there. Let's build up the big community so we can have some more fun with much more people. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.